So you followed our Facebook ads course and you launched your first Facebook ad. You spent $15 or $20 and you ran it for 4 days. Now the results are in, but what the heck do all those numbers mean? That's the question we'll answer today in this bonus segment of our Facebook ads course. If you spent money on an ad and are trying to interpret the results, this video is for you. Watch until the end and you'll learn how to create a custom report, how to interpret Facebook ad results, and whether to kill or scale an ad. Ready to begin? Let's get started. Hey everyone, it's Jessica from Oberlo. In this bonus segment of our free Facebook ads course, we'll talk all about how to interpret the results of a Facebook ad. By the way, if you haven't taken the Facebook ads course, check out the link in the description below. If you have taken the course, you'll remember that we created an ad for a dog water bottle. We actually launched that ad, and now we'll review the results of that ad together. We'll also talk about what actions we could take from here. Just a word of warning though, before we begin. Succeeding with Facebook ads requires constant learning. In the next few weeks, we'll release interviews with 6-figure dropshippers who grew their businesses with Facebook ads. Hit subscribe now so you don't miss their valuable insights. All right, before we dive into ad results, let's take a quick look at the actual ad that we launched. We titled this campaign Dog Water Bottle, and we set a campaign objective of conversions. At the ad set level, we set the conversion event to view content. The last time you saw us choose from conversion events, you might have noticed a red dot next to the view content option. That's because our Facebook pixel hadn't yet recorded any view content events on our store. Now, a few days after we've run our ad, we see a green dot. That's because our Facebook pixel now has a few view content events. We'll talk about how many in just a bit. We set our daily budget for this ad at $5 a day. While we didn't schedule an end date, we turned this ad off after 4 days. We targeted people who live in the big 4 countries for e-commerce shopping: the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and Australia. We didn't filter by age or gender, but we did target people who speak English. That's because English is the official language of the big 4 countries we targeted. We narrowed our audience to include people who like dogs and are engaged shoppers according to Facebook. That brought our audience size to about 27 million. That's a huge number, sure, but that's okay. The countries we targeted are huge. We can use data from this ad to narrow down our audience later on. We edited placements so that our ad only appeared in Facebook feeds, in-stream videos, and suggested videos. I'll tell you why in just a second. Finally, at the ad set level, we set the conversion window to 7-day click or 1-day view. I mentioned that we narrowed down our ad placements to only Facebook feeds, in-stream videos, and suggested videos. The reason? Well, we created a video ad. We shot this ad in our office with a test product that we ordered and the help of a friend's dog. We added text with Camtasia, a video editing software, and voila, video ad. We added copy to emphasize the problems this product solves: dog dehydration. Then we made sure the ad linked directly to our product page. Speaking of the product page, we cleaned up our storefront and product page to give our ads a better chance of landing sales. We left a link to our store below in case you want to check it out. Okay, now it's time to dive deep into our Facebook ad results. We want to figure out what's working and what's not with our Facebook ad, and maybe even with our dropshipping store in general. Facebook collected a ton of information about our ad. However, as beginner dropshippers, not all of that information is relevant. So our first step in analyzing our results is to create a custom report. We want to tell Facebook exactly what data to show us so that we're seeing only what's relevant to us. Here, I'll show you how. To create your custom report, go to your Ads Manager, press Columns, and then Customize Columns. On the right, you see the columns that are in your report. They're listed from top to bottom as they appear from left to right in your report. You can remove columns in this report by clicking the X on the right. You can also reorder them by clicking the 6 dots on the left and dragging the title of the columns up and down. In this middle section, you select and deselect columns for your report. As you can see, if I check a box in the middle, that column appears in the right. If I uncheck it, it disappears. Let's start with a blank slate. We'll delete all existing columns so it's easier for you to see which columns to add. In the performance section, the first column we'll select is amount spent. It's critical to track your Facebook ad spend. If you don't, you could accidentally spend way more on Facebook ads than you intended. In this same section, also click Frequency, Clicks, and CTR. Frequency tells you the average number of times each person saw your ad. Clicks is the number of clicks on your ad, and CTR stands for click-through rate. It's the percentage of times people saw your ad and clicked on it. Now click the conversion section on the left. Check the boxes for total and cost for the following major conversion events: adds to cart, checkouts initiated, purchases. On the right, deselect the on Facebook conversion events. Now we can see, for example, the number of content views associated with our ad. We can also see how much it cost us for one content view. We see that for every conversion event, from content views to purchases. Review the columns on the right. I like them to appear in the order of my sales funnel, from content views all the way to purchases. When everything looks good, click Apply. Now that we have our custom report set up, it's time to analyze the numbers. We want to figure out what they mean. I'll share a few benchmarking numbers, and we can use these numbers to judge our ad's performance. Let's start by looking at the ad frequency. Facebook is telling us that, on average, the people who saw this ad only saw it once. This is pretty standard for a new Facebook ads account. As you scale your Facebook ads effort, this number might increase. If it does, and your overall ad performance decreases, it could be a sign that your audience is so used to your ad that they've started to ignore it. If that's the case, you can change the ad creative and copy to get your audience's attention again. However, if this is your first Facebook ad, that's probably not something you have to worry about. We should feel fine about ad frequency and move on. Now let's look at clicks and the click-through rate. The number of clicks you get will depend on the video or image you use in your ad and the ad copy, but your ad budget will also have a big influence on this number. If you spend more money, you'll get more clicks. Before we spend more money though, we want to know if our ad creative is effective. That's where the click-through rate comes in. The click-through rate, or CTR, is the percentage of time people saw our ad and clicked. The CTR will be different for different campaigns and ad placements. For our first campaign targeting a broad audience, a CTR over 0.5% is just fine. So we should be pretty pleased with our click-through rate over 3%. It tells us that our video is catching our target audience's attention and prompting them to click. If your CTR is lower than 0.5%, it could be because your ad creative needs work. It could also be because you're not targeting the right audience. However, if you followed our Facebook ads course, you probably targeted a really broad audience, and it's unlikely that audience targeting is the problem. Try changing your ad creative. Create a new video or take your own product images. If your CTR is still low and nobody is adding your product to their cart, then you probably need to find a different product to advertise. For dropshipping product ideas, just click here. On the other hand, if your click-through rate is low, but you are getting a few add to carts, you're on the right track. And don't worry too much about CTR in that case. See, the great thing about Facebook ads reports is that they don't just tell you about the effectiveness of your ad, they also tell you about the effectiveness of your website, product selection, and checkout process. Let's return to the screen and I'll explain. In the next few columns, we see how many store visitors went through our sales funnel. Of the 168 people who clicked the ad, 93 viewed our product page. The rest probably bounced off the site as soon as they arrived. We can calculate our bounce rate by dividing our content views by ad clicks. In this case, 93 divided by 168. That's a 55% bounce rate. Anything below 50% is really good. So for a new dropshipping store, 55% is definitely an acceptable bounce rate. Next, we see cost per content view. As with any cost per conversion event, the lower the number, the better. Keep in mind some basic conversion math. Ideally, you would get 2 sales for every 100 store visitors. This is a 2% conversion rate, which is an average e-commerce conversion rate. If you're not there yet, don't worry. You can adjust your store design, product descriptions, and product photos to improve this number. But here's the point I want to make. At 24 cents per content view, we'd need to spend 24 euros to get 100 visitors. If our store had a 2% conversion rate, each sale would need to make us $12, or in this case 12 euros, in profit in order for us to break even. When you're advertising on Facebook, it's so crucial to know your break-even point. It's not a big deal if you lose money on ads. In fact, when you're just starting out, you probably will lose money on ads. But whether you lose $20 or $200 will depend on how well you're tracking your profits and ad spend. And don't take our word for it. Dropshipper Chris Wayne built a $500,000 dropshipping store over the course of 2 years. Chris told us that every dropshipper should know their break-even point. To learn more, watch this video right here. Now let's finish reviewing our Facebook ad results by looking at 3 crucial conversion events: add to carts, checkouts initiated, and purchases. Our ad got 1 add to cart, called ATCs for short, and 2 initiate checkouts. The Facebook pixel fires an ATC event whenever someone clicks an Add to Cart button. It fires the Initiate Checkout event when somebody is already in their cart and clicks the Checkout button. What probably happened here was that one person added the dog water bottle to their cart and then tried to check out once but failed. Maybe they had doubts about what they were buying, or maybe there were bugs or points of confusion in the checkout process. Whatever the reason, nobody decided to buy our dog water bottle. We shouldn't be too discouraged by an abandoned cart, however. On average, 68% of shoppers abandon their carts. What we should do is look at our store analytics and our checkout process before we run another ad. The same would be true if we had a lot of add to carts, but very few purchases. For more tips on optimizing your store and sales funnel, check out this video right here. So if this was your ad, where should you go from here? Well, that depends on how much you've budgeted to launch your store. If your budget is lean, consider turning off your Facebook campaign. Use this Facebook ads data to optimize your store and try driving free traffic to your website. Watch this video in the corner to learn how. The biggest trade-off with this tactic is time. You can drive traffic to your store for free, but it will be hard to drive traffic to your store fast. So if time is of the essence, keep your Facebook ad running at $5 a day, but narrow your audience. Here's how. In Ads Manager, go to the campaign level view. Click on the drop-down menu on the right titled Breakdown. Under By Delivery, click Country. Now we can see our Facebook ad results by the countries we targeted. We want to continue running our ad, but we want to be cost-effective about it. So we're looking for audiences that are engaged, but not expensive. This pops out to me. We only got 18 clicks from the United States, yet we paid more for those clicks than for clicks from any other country. And our one add to cart, it came from Australia. If we wanted to spend another $15 on Facebook ads, we could retarget this ad to customers in Australia. To do this, just go to the ad set of the ad, click Edit, delete the other countries, and click Publish. Then revisit the ad in a few days and check the results again. Based on our initial ad data, if we retarget the ad and exclude the US, we'll probably get more clicks and maybe even more add to carts for the same amount of money. And that's the art and science of Facebook advertising, getting more results for less money with every ad. You're on your way to your first sale. Hang in there. What Facebook ad numbers are you watching? How would you scale this ad from here? Leave a comment below with your thoughts and I'll make sure to respond. Thanks for watching. And until next time, learn often, market better, and sell more.